All right, so now we're all back for more fun and math. Yay! So I'm going to give you another example, like that last problem that we did. We ended on a high note last time, and we're going to do one more example like that, but this is not on your notes. This is one that I just got from somewhere. So we have the fourth root of 7x to the third over 4b squared. So I'm going to break this up into two separate radicals. Got the numerator and the denominator. Now the numerator, that 7, is a prime number, but in the denominator, that 4, that's a composite number. So I'm going to rewrite the 4 as a prime number raised to a power so we can see how many factors we have. So I cannot leave that radical in the denominator. I have to rationalize. Okay, so I know that prime numbers for 4, 2 times 2, so that's 2 squared, and then b squared. All right, so I have 2 factors of 2 and 2 factors of b already. So in order to get rid of the root, looking at the index tells me I have to have 4 of the same factors to get rid of the root. So since I have 2 factors of 2 right now, I need how many more factors of 2? 2. That's right. And I have 2 factors of b, so in order to get rid of the root for the b, I need how many more factors of b? 2. That's right. So I'm going to multiply. Have to keep the same root. You know, you have to multiply with the same index. I want 2 more 2's and 2 more b's. So 2 squared b squared. And since I'm multiplying the denominator by that radical, I need to multiply the numerator by that radical. Got to keep it balanced, just like multiplying by 1 whenever I do that. So when I multiply my roots together, I'll just write it all together so you can see I'm going to have 4 factors of 2 and 4 factors of b. And my numerator is going to be 7 times 4, which is 28, x to the third, b squared. I don't have anything in the numerator that I can take out of the radical. I don't have enough factors. I only have 2 factors of 2, 1 factor of 7, 3 factors of x, 2 factors of b, but I can simplify the denominator. So my final answer, my numerator is going to be 4th root of 28 x to the third b squared, and then the denominator, the 4th root of 2 to the 4th is just 2, and the 4th root of b to the 4th is just b. Now you guys are going to love this part because since I started with an even index in the denominator and I have an even exponent on my b, and now it's an odd exponent when I simplified it, that's right, I get to put absolute value around the b. Yay! And that's your final answer. We will do some more like this tomorrow if you guys wish, because we all are having so much fun. So I'm going to leave number 6, and we can do it tomorrow in class if you'd like. But let's move on down to number 7. This is number 7 on your notes, and that is a 3rd root, I think. Third root of 24n. Okay, so 6 times the 3rd root of 9n squared times 3 times the 3rd root of 24n. So the way this works is, since I have the same index, the same type of radical, I can multiply the things inside. And really the easiest way to do this is to figure out how many prime factors you have when the numbers are small, and that way it'll help you keep it, you won't have to do a lot of factoring after you multiply stuff together. You're just going to break it down again, look at the factors so you can take out what you want to take out to simplify. Now the numbers in front we're just going to multiply together. That's going to be 18. And let's see, prime factors of 9, it's going to be 3 squared. I want to see how many factors I have of what. Now 24 is 6 times 4. So that's going to break down to 3 times 2 times 2 times 2. Okay, so the next number is 3 to the first power, 2 to the third, and then n to the first power. So let's combine our like terms inside the radical. When you're multiplying like bases, you just add the exponents together. So I have 2 3s and one more 3 here, so that means I have 3 to the third. So I'm done with those 3's in the radical. And I have 2 to the third, and I have n squared times n, so that's n to the third. So it looks like everything is going to simplify out of that radical because they all have 3 factors, and the index is 3. So whenever you take something out of the radical, you always multiply it by whatever is out in front. So I'm going to take the 3 out, the 2 out, and n. Multiply those all together. 18 times 3 times 2. I'm getting 108. And make sure and keep your variable on there. And that's your final answer. Okay, so let's move on to number 8. I'm combining radicals, number 8. So I want to see if I can simplify the radicals before I can do anything. I can't really add them together or subtract them right now because they don't have the same radicand. So what I need to do is I need to simplify each radical and see if I can get them to be the same. So like 12 is 2 times 2 times 3. I'm just thinking of prime factors because I want to see what I can take out of each one. 27 is 3 times 3 times 3. And if you need to, make a factor tree. And, you know, if you need to do that, let's do that for 48. Here's 48. I expect you guys to be making factor trees. I don't think that everybody's going to be able to come up with all the factors off the top of their head every single time. So I do expect to see some factor trees on your paper. And if you don't know what to divide by, just start with 2 if it's even. Start with the smallest number that you can. So since 48 is an even number, I can divide that by 2. And 2 goes into 48 24 times. So that gives me a starting place. And then the 24, I can divide that by 2 as well. That's 2 times 12. I'm just bringing down all my prime factors so I don't forget that they're there. And then 12 is 2 times 6. So my prime factors are 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. So for 48, I have 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. So let's see. For this first radical, I have 2 factors of 2. So I can take a 2 out, multiply that by the number that's already in front, and that's going to be 4 radical 3. The next one, I have 2 3's I can take out. It is the square root, so I do want pairs of 2. I'm going to take a 3 out, multiply it by what's already in front, and that's 9 radical 3. And then my last radical, I have 2 pairs of 2 actually. So when I take a 2 out, that's going to be 4 multiplied by the number in front. Take the other 2 out, that's going to make that 8 radical 3. So now I can add and subtract the numbers in front and treat the radicals like they're variables. 4 minus 9 is going to be negative 5. Negative 5 plus 8 is going to be 3 radical 3 for your final answer. Okay, so let's take a short break again. I do have one more little section for you to watch, so make sure and come back and watch it. Look for 6.5C on your video list, and I'll see you in just a little bit.